Hello, here we are with a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And
I forgot I have my camera moved.
I was going to say, which camera are you using? So this week we have a couple of things we can talk about. One thing we're going to wait until next week, and that's Fallout. But this week we did have the big Stranger Things finale.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it.
I mean, I did. It was just, it didn't. It was like all the action and good shit was in the middle of the season.
Yeah. The fight scene, the end battle didn't last as long as Will's coming out speech.
Yeah, and I am completely upset that it was, in fact, the Mind Flayer the whole fucking time.
I would say not because I don't want to interrupt too much, but as not having watched it, but it's all over all social media. All I've seen is they took however many years and so much money to end it like this, and people are comparing it to Game of Thrones. I'm gonna say it now also because I told Brad and you, obviously everyone knows. Not that it's a big deal, but I haven't slept, so I'm going to be fucking retarded.
It was not as bad as Game of Thrones, and it was not as lazy as The Sopranos ending. But,
I still don't think The Sopranos ending was lazy.
But with that being said, you could only go certain directions with it.
Yeah.
You could only go certain directions with it.
Right.
That was for sure.
Well, I like the idea of him overtaking whatever had started his thing. You know what I mean? Like, I would have loved for that to have been the thing. And sure, he's got this big-ass creature, but he was essentially revitalizing a dead spider in the desert, right? A giant fucking telekinetic interdimensional dead spider.
Yeah.
Who is this? Just so I have an idea.
Vecna.
And the Mind Flayer, and it's like perceptively the thing, and it was like, I don't know, it kind of looked like it was a living storm in the very beginning.
Yes.
It was like almost just a living fucking black storm of gross. Yeah. All the shit that always comes out of the kids that links everything is all his fucking butt dust.
But I was going to say, compared to if what I'm seeing, which actually, hey, I can do this now. I'm going to try to do this through this. Like, is this big black?
Yes. So me, that is what the kids called the Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
I guess they are not, like, it's comparison, not one-to-one. My brain heard Mind Flayer, and it's like, I'm picturing Baldur's Gate Mind Flayer, which is the same as what it looks like in the books, and I'm like, that looks nothing. Yeah, tentacles.
Captain fucking whatever with the hamster.
Octopus that stands on 2 feet, or floats, I guess.
Because it was a body with tentacles. The kids called it a Mind Flayer because they were
mind controlled
with D&D.
Yeah, it was like how its powers perceptively worked is how they tried to relate everything.
Yeah.
But then so many times they kind of even doubled back on their own D&D analogies where they're like, well, this isn't, it's actually, no, it's not, the Will's a sorcerer kind of shit. And it's like, wow, it was kind of those moments where it's like, oh, they fucking mislabeled all these goddamn D&D references.
Yeah. Well, funny story. So I saw an interview with the Duffers.
Yeah.
And they were talking to them, and they said, we had to do a deep dive into D&D lore because before they started writing the show, they'd never played D&D. For them to have gotten it, so for a layman that doesn't know everything, like everything that they did made sense. For somebody that knows,
it was pretty good use of material, but there's some people out there that are probably like me, where we're like, you fucking labeled these motherfuckers all wrong.
The funny part is they've said, we didn't know a lot about D&D, so we had to do some research and do some things, and having it set in the 80s made more sense for it to be in D&D.
Yeah.
But the Duffer Brothers are your age. So they were like, we had originally set out because when we were in school, we played Magic the Gathering.
Right.
And he's like, so we had originally set out for something along those lines, but we couldn't set it in the 80s and it be around Magic the Gathering lore. It had to be Dungeons and Dragons because that was the thing from the 80s. So
God, could you imagine if they'd have done it in the 90s? And
that's
it's like, oh my God, Jace is here. And you're like, God damn it.
That's what I was about to say. Granted, I know it's all owned by Wizards and stuff, but
it's the Fire
they may have
X
had
invasion.
issues getting that specific IP. But my brain goes to if Magic is what you wanted to relate it to, but you're like, we have to do D&D to make it the 80s. Just put it in the time frame for it to be the method. I know people love the show. I'm not trying to be like, it should have been this way, but
I think they wanted to do an 80s Midwest show. Like, I think their whole thought process is we want to do a thriller horror show from the 80s, like It, like Christine, like all the old Stephen King and
also I think the necessity of a technology gap in what was actually happening makes it more strange. Now, if you were to fucking put Stranger Things in this year, people would be like, it's about fucking time they told us they were able to do this shit, and we'd believe they've been doing it for years.
Right.
Whereas they're like, that was just an earthquake. And I'm like, what kind of fucking earthquake does that? Like, there's so many people that still lived in Hawkins that hadn't seen the monsters or believed anybody that monsters were around. Right. And they thought some fucking creepy dude was kidnapping kids.
Yeah. Yeah. And setting it in the 80s gave you the Cold War.
Yeah. The Russian.
Like, the whole Russian and,
we have the War on Terror. Come on.
Was there... Here's my thing.
Well, yeah, but it's easier to write
I can't remember
about the Russian.
Exactly how the Russian whole thing was.
And did you catch that?
Was there a gate in Russia?
What do you mean?
Yes.
Was there okay. So the part that fucks me up is, did the gate in Russia lead to Hawkins in the Upside Down? Because it wasn't the entire planet. It was only an encompassing circle around Hawkins. So
No, there wasn't a gate in Russia. Remember, they had to leave. They had to get out of Russia.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, they had to get out
I
of
thought
Russia.
they just wanted to go home.
The Russians had captured a Demogorgon.
Yeah, but I can't I'm so foggy on that season because I can't remember
They had
how
captured
Hopper
They had captured a Demogorgon when they captured Hopper.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this just so people can see it, but it's just text, so I won't flip my computer. But and this is the AI overview, when it comes to when I typed in Russian gate, where does it lead in Stranger Things? It leads... It's not the same version of the Upside Down as Hawkins. Instead, it's their powerful key machine used under Starcourt Mall, opened to the general alternate dimension, but it was unstable, creating a hellscape pocket where they captured a Demogorgon and tried to harness its powers. That's just the AI overview.
Oh,
but
so
it leads to the Starcourt Mall, and it also doesn't, it's a different dimension in quotes from how this is.
So it wasn't the same gate because it didn't come from Star Labs.
They figured out how to make their own gates.
Correct.
That were not tied to the fuck. Yeah, so the Russians were trying to figure out how to use wormholes and gates from it, while Vecna is trying to be like, I'm merging planets. And then fucking old Terminator bitch is like, I'm going to do both.
Yeah. Yes. Her character was completely insignificant.
Yeah.
Once it ended.
Short Karen bitch lady syndrome.
You're completely insignificant once it ended.
You just needed the radical military person to be
That's what she was. She was the figurehead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have
been boring if they didn't have if it was just generally the military trying to get at him.
Right.
Like they needed a fucking crackpot leader.
Right. Yeah.
And I know this is based on D&D lore. I didn't realize how many different realms they went to because I'd only ever heard of the Upside Down.
They went to the right side up, the upside down, and that other planet.
Yeah, the Abyss. They called it
The Abyss. There you go.
I was going to say all the ones listed are the right side up, the Dark Parallel, the Upside Down, the original world of the Mind Flayer, which is the Abyss, the Hell Escape, and then mental realms like the Void and the Mindscapes.
Okay, the Void.
Google, but
yes, so those are all fucking places
not the
in D&D.
tangent, but
Yeah.
The Void would be Eleven's mind, and the Hellscape is Vecna's mind.
Yeah.
no, the Hellscape, at least according to the AI, was the dimension that the Russians opened when they're.
Okay.
The other mental one was the Mindscapes. It's the Void and the Mindscapes. Again, these are both AI overviews that can fuck up.
So the Mindscape would be what you would consider.
Was that Vecna's mind?
It
Where
must
they
be
put all the kids in the comas?
Once he got
Or
to
trances. whatever they call it.
more so of the edges. Once like they're getting free, like where the battle happened with Max, where they found their portals home. I think that's kind of everything.
Yeah.
All the other shit is happening in the kids' mind. I feel like those are Vecna projecting images into their minds, and then once they break free of that illusion, they end up in his kind of thing. Because that's like the only way out. Yeah. I don't fucking know. It's confusing.
Yeah, it was.
I like how Max was sitting right by the fucking answer, but she was too dumb to just go walk around the desert.
I don't know if my question here will make sense, but I am curious just because it was the final finale. Did you guys get a lost ending? Or what people say a lost ending? I can argue about that all day long. Or did you get like an actual full-on explained ending of everything that happened?
Oh, dude, there was.
I would say it was a lost ending in a sense. Because I still think that last season really is like, we don't know. You can believe what you want. And it's like, okay, so...
Stranger Things lost both?
Like,
just so I knew.
Yeah, well, like in Stranger Things, the very last thing they talked about was Mike basically saying some fucking story that could have been made up or it could have been true where 11 didn't actually die and she's living somewhere nice. But we don't know if that's him coping or if that shit's like true because in that fucking interaction, she was like, Mike, you need to tell others what happened so they can understand. Because she couldn't explain it at that moment or it would have ruined the whole fucking plant. And that's kind of my understanding. And it's like, Mike will figure it out because he's a smart puzzle dude. Like, he'll think about it because it's that whole reference to the fucking floaty hand thing. And I'm like, that's the little fluttery hand.
They gave us the final battle ended and there was 40 minutes left.
Jesus.
So
I mean,
they then gave us, which I didn't mind totally. But then they gave us everybody's where are they now? Like, it went 18 months.
They gave you the Fallout New Vegas ending. You complete the game, and then they're like, all right, here's 35 minutes of everyone's end story.
So here's like 18 months later, and then it shows like the kids are graduating, and the older kids are all living in new cities, but they all came back for the kids' graduation, so they're all discussing where they're at now. And then the kids graduate, and then they get invited to a party because Dustin does the coolest fucking thing in the world. He did exactly what Eddie Munson said that he would do if he ever graduated, and he didn't get to because he died saving everybody at the end of season 4.
Yeah.
So Dustin does it instead, and like grabs his diploma and gives the principal the middle finger, and he's wearing a Hellfire Lives shirt, and he's like, yeah, motherfuckers. And so then the hottest chick in the graduating class asks them to a party, and they decide not to go. Instead, they go back to Mike's house to play Dungeons and Dragons. And then that's where Mike is like, this is a story about how you do this and you do this and you do this, and it's kind of like this is where you'll be in 10 years, and this is where you'll be in 10 years, and this is where you'll be not 10, maybe like next year, I guess.
A few years.
And then
here's where you're heading in life.
Yeah, here's where you're heading in life. And then Mike has Mike's the storyteller, so they show Mike at a typewriter typing out a story, and then the end credits go, and they they show all the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and they end it with like a Stranger Things Dungeons and Dragons looking like campaign book.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh my God, it was a campaign the whole entire time." And I was like, "No, it wasn't."
To me, it sounds like an advertisement for, "Hey, we'll probably make one of these."
To me, it was.
They already had. I think they got two versions of it.
To me, it was. They were showing us what Mike had wrote. Like Mike was sitting in.
This was his finished.
He was the storyteller, and he's the only one that they didn't do a finish for, other than just showing him typing out. So then they gave us this, and I was like, "Oh, so Mike became a storyteller. Mike's journey is writing stories about,
the shit they did, but nobody will believe it was true."
Correct, and that way he can rewrite Elle's ending. So in the show, it made it look like Elle had sacrificed herself to save everybody, and then he come up with the, "I choose to believe that Elle is still alive and in hiding," but that could be him just telling a story, his own story, putting an ending to the story that he would prefer, and then they
the details and the flashes were too good to, they put too much work into showing that his little happy story.
Yeah.
There was just too much detail in that for it to, not to have had happened.
I did see a meme because
she could have at some point been "All right, Mike, go ahead and tell him," and reached out in his brain and "Here's where I'm at. Check it out. All right, never talking to you again. Bye, bud."
When he's telling the story, I believe that a sister saved a sister to blah blah blah, and then he says, "That's what I believe," and then they all. Dustin's "I believe," and then they all say "I believe," and I've already seen a meme where somebody made that video, and it's "I believe, I believe, I believe," and then it cuts and it goes, "I believe in Joe Hendry."
I knew that was coming.
I didn't.
And I was like, because after Mike says, no, not Mike, Will says, "I believe," because he's the last one, it cuts to Joe Hendry, coming into screen. And I was like, oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, that is fucking perfect. And the caption on the TikTok was, "Even the kids in Hawkins believe in Joe Hendry." So, after Mike, I guess the big thing that I'm forgetting is after they get done with their campaign and they win and Mike tells the whole story, they head up the stairs and all the younger kids that were taken by Vecna, that they all come running down the stairs because they're going to play their own D&D game. So they're like, "Get out of my way." And Delightful Derek is like, "Who farted? It stinks down here." By the way, Nate believes that you need to make a button on your thing that says "Suck a fat one" from Dipshit Derek.
Oh, God.
If we let Nate run the buttons, we'd have an audio board this big with some of the wildest shit on buttons.
Yeah, that's no shit.
But yeah.
You almost wouldn't even be worth labeling them. You just roll the dice.
But it was funny to see Dipshit Derek because, he was the heavy set kid that couldn't keep up with the rest of them. So they all make it to the safe space and he's running and he's behind and Holly's like, "Come on, you can do it. You can do it." And she kind of shoves him in and Vecna grabs her and Derek pulls her away from Vecna and then he's like, He's a short, chubby kid in a striped shirt and a vest, and he just turns around and he goes, "Suck a fat one!" And he gives him a middle finger. And I'm like, okay, that was the best. Like, delightful dipshit Derek, whatever you want to call him. It was the best. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So, something I don't understand about Henry.
Joe Henry?
Yeah.
Do we want to get into Joe Henry?
No. Where is his house was in Hawkins originally, right?
Yes.
Like that mansion they're in is in Hawkins, right?
Correct. In his mind.
In his mind.
Because it's the one that the kids are all in, it's in Hawkins, but it's a memory.
Well, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck he lived and grew up, that he was roaming the desert, but everything's in Indiana.
Who was this?
It'd be Henry Creel.
Now, remember...
Where did he, grow up?
Well, yeah, remember, they moved the family because he started getting in trouble. They tell you that when you meet Henry in, season 2?
Oh, so he must have lived in, fucking Arizona then.
Like, before
Rachel, Nevada.
Okay.
Nevada. So, in the woods they run through...
Which makes sense, because that means that guy was stealing whatever that artifact was that was in that briefcase, was probably stealing it from Area 51.
Oh, yeah, because it's from space. Also, that's going to be the thing that whoever gets fucking hit the next time is going to have one of those stones. Because that was when they showed the box opening.
I would love to see a sequel. Honestly,
Well, they have a spin-off coming, and they showed that stone because they're going to show it again in the spin-off to kind of get... Okay, so it's same guy, different facade.
Yeah, it's same... What they said, same concept, new characters, new location.
Yeah.
That's what they said. And I would personally, and this is going to sound nerdy and stupid, but knowing their background, I would love to see it set 10 years later with magic lore. Like, why don't you just keep it going? Like, why don't you just keep it...
Hit the generations.
Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And here's my thing is... I wonder if they're going to pick a new... I hope they don't pick the fucking stupid geographic locations in the United States that I don't need to see New York, and I don't need to see any fucking single part of California.
Well,
the fucking movie. Those places don't need to exist.
It was amazing that they picked Hawkins, that they created a small town in Indiana. I'm sure, I would love it if they did a small town in Nebraska or Kansas or Arkansas or something that.
Somewhere or give us some fucking hillbillies in the South. I would even be fine with that.
Well, and they filmed all of Stranger Things in Georgia.
Yeah, why not just go ahead and... we're in Georgia.
Yeah, you could set it in Georgia. So,
yeah.
I would love to go to I thought about taking a week off in the summer and heading down to Georgia and doing the whole Stranger Things.
Heading down the LA. Sorry. He's looking for a love getaway.
Bringing it full circle from last night when Brad Scott and I sang Love Shack.
Oh, Jesus.
Me and him had to do the girl parts.
We did. We rocked it, though. We fucking killed it. So.
I didn't realize how many times she says bang.
Yeah. I did not either. I did not. I was I was waiting for the tin roof, and I was 2.5, felt like 2.5 minutes of nothing but bang bang.
And then once we got to it, it was I could tell we were both ready for it because it was just on point. And it's put the mics down, we're out of here. And then I had to immediately sing right after my song came up. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
So I just stay on stage for 2 songs in a row.
Yeah. He gets up, I talk him into Love Shack. He comes up and not even a minute into the song, he looks up and realizes that his name is scrolling across the top. And he's like, next. Fuck, I got to do the next song too. I was like, yup.
All right. I have and it doesn't, you'll understand what I say as I go through this. There's 2 spin-offs. I know we talked about one of them before, which is the...
Cartoon?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the one you said is already out. The Stranger Things Tales from '85.
Yeah.
Which
Takes place in between. It's technically not a spinoff, but it takes place in between 2 seasons.
You know, I would accept if they did one in 1885.
There is another live action spinoff.
Feudal Japan.
That they didn't say. I gotta find where it's at. They said that the spinoff will not be a continuation of the current series as fan knows it. Instead, it will be set in a new location with an entirely different cast and no Upside Down. Ahead of the release of the season, it relates in some ways. But it's a completely different story, with a completely different location, with completely different actors and different characters.
Well, I mean, they can't do the Upside Down again because they already did it.
It blew up the wormhole.
Yeah, so it'll be a different concept, maybe a black hole or something.
The spinoff will be a part of the Stranger Things brand and style of storytelling, including kids, adventures, sci-fi, fantasy, rather than increasingly expanding what could become an insanely convoluted mythology.
Yeah, and I agree with that. Yeah, because if you try to continue that story, you will have to retcon shit.
I bet you this. It says with entirely new characters, but it doesn't say that no characters will return.
Right.
I bet you one of these spin-off ends with some guy getting chased through the fucking desert in Nevada and falling down a mine shaft.
Oh, right.
I bet you one of them ends with that fucking briefcase.
It'll be something like that.
Well, I know the briefcases, and I don't know if we went back to it, but apparently that's explained.
Could get the
70s. That's explained, or at least Henry's involvement with Nevada in the briefcase is explained in the stage play.
The fucking stage play,
which is canon lore, actually part of it. But he goes into the actual. I don't know how much they show in the TV because the article I saw didn't explain the difference, what was on the stage play and show. But he goes down in the cave. Interacts with the briefcase, and then, which we find out later, has the rock and all of that.
They showed all that in the show.
Oh, okay. The article made it sound like that was in the stage play, but I guess they elaborated more. He was in there for 12 hours or some shit, and I don't know if they showed that or not. They
just showed his interaction with the
Mind Flayer. Oh.
The rock.
So in the stage play...
Fucking 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the stage play, apparently, from the way the article made it sound, it goes more in depth with actually what happens when he goes to the other dimension, which is the Abyss, because he interacts with an early version of the Mind Flayer, because it's described basically as a younger, not as powerful version. It's not as big of a shadowy ghost, but that is why he has. I'm not on the page right now, and I'd have to go look at it. That's how he has his psychic
the Mind Flayer can't grow without him, and he can't grow without the Mind Flayer. They're one and the same.
Right. And then this shows what happened to make them that way.
They are one and the same. They are
My question is, how did the rock get down without anybody touching it? And they knew not to touch it.
Right.
Did they already fucking kill somebody else that got...
Could have. I mean, we could go backwards. We could definitely go backwards and go into the 70s with all this stuff. Did you catch that? Hopper? So Hopper proposes to Joyce, but did you catch that he wanted to move him to Montauk, New York? Montauk is the LSD experiment.
That's MK Ultra. Montauk was a part of that, but it wasn't specifically about LSD. That was about teleportation, and if you believe some accounts, we had our own Demigorgon or alien type thing.
But that's
teleport.
Yeah, that's where they're going.
So they're gonna go somewhere worse. Because if we know about that as a conflict in our real lives, then what did they cover up for real?
Because they did. I mean, MK Ultra. I mean,
I
they
could go down that
weaved
fucking-
MK Ultra and D&D lore and space and aliens and wormholes, and I mean they intertwined it through all 5 seasons. So
apparently this whole show, not the whole show, but a big idea of how it got to where it was is the original show was going to be called Montauk and was going to be a different spin based on our known fact and then conspiracies off of all of that.
Fantasize what we know.
But, and then also, and it doesn't
how
say
the
who had that
Transformers
original
started
idea.
everything.
But I'm going to guess however it got through with
Transformers and
everyone.
G.I. Joes are
Oh,
real.
Jesus.
What do you think they're keeping at the Hoover Dam?
But at least again, and
I've seen that hole.
because it's quick, easy, and it normally is referencing the site I would click anyways. That's like on the top. I use the AI.
Yeah.
But it says Hopper mentioning a job in Montauk was a deliberate wink to fans, referencing the show's original concept as a sci-fi horror series titled Montauk, inspired by real-life conspiracy theories about the government and blah, 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 which we just said.
They
But,
probably
the
didn't
whole
want
thing-
it to sound like mom talk. And then you get those fucking trashy Mormon bitches from Utah that hate each other.
That is too much Sister Wives or whatever you watch.
That's Mormon wives.
Mormon
That-
Wives. Sorry.
It's my.
Isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, it might as well be. They're not sisters.
Oh, okay.
They have their own separate marriages, albeit they're all fucked in the head. It's one of those shows where you sit down and you watch it and you try to find a favorite, and then like the next episode you realize, wow, this is the worst bitch on the planet. So you try to like a different one, and then she does the same shit.
Housewives in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's like I don't like any of these
you
people.
know, Housewives is WWE wrestling in dresses.
Yeah. Yeah, there isn't even like one of the husbands who you know's clearly just been beat down to shit who you actually like, the underdog. No, the husbands are dog shit too. They're part of the biggest problems. There's no fucking abused underdog. There's no inherently good
Abused
naive bitch.
underdog.
Like there's nobody to root for in that show.
Oh shit. That's funny.
So, and I'm not going back up, but I am taking us back to Stranger Things, even though this isn't my thing. But
That's
it's more-
fine. I don't think we want to have the rest of the show be about
Oh, I'll
Mormon
keep
wives.
ranting if you need me to.
I didn't think so, but I also was waiting for a break in your rant. I wasn't going to stop it, but
Oh no, I'll start ranting about a couple other shows they've infected their toxicity into.
so the God damn it,
You goddamn Mormons in my Vanderpump. I hate it.
I don't want to keep laughing, but God damn it.
Fucking. Okay, go ahead.
You better fucking be quicker than that.
Better be quicker than that. But all right, in the spinoff, with all the fuck that all the dumb shit they've said about it, they didn't say specifically, but it'll be set in a different decade, which we obviously already know. You guys have been talking about that. They did say in the final scene of the finale episode of the finale, there is a hint to what the spinoff will be about and kind of be containing. But the spinoff will not be a direct sequel or direct impact to this. It's going to be more, they're going to do things to reference and make it more of anthological story. You get what I mean?
Anthologies.
Anthology, thank you. Story where it's like, yeah, these are all connected, same universe. You can see how it ties, but they're not direct sequels.
Kind of like, what is that, Black Mirror? Isn't Black Mirror an anthology? Like, where it's all happening in the same, technically, sphere universe, but they're all stories that are happening different places.
I believe so.
Yeah. So, like, you can see in the background on one of the TVs where something that happened in one of the other shows or seasons is happening, but it's not happening in that one particularly. Like, you know, something like that. Okay, that makes sense. But there's a hint at the end?
Their exact words was one small scene in the finale, so not the last one, my bad. One small scene in the finale that gives a hint to what the spinoff will be. He added, we'll see if people pick up on it. Now, these guys are going with the same thing as you guys, where hey, this has something to do with the whole Rock and all of that stuff, which they go into and kind of hint more at that it will have something to do with the Rock. I gotta find it again, sorry, because it's different.
It's weird though, because any scenes that would have been depicted would imply that those characters would be involved.
Wouldn't or would?
Would.
Would.
Like, I mean, nothing of those scenes didn't just show either what happened before or what will happen. Like, you know, like with Henry down in that fucking mine, that's what happened before. And the only information that could be given to us from that event would either be encompassed within what's already been on TV or what's implied by what's been on TV. So that's the most obvious, but also like then it's going to have to be something that directly impacts it, or they just have that same artifact in a different place and it's a second version of that artifact.
And this isn't directly with the article I'm reading, but I will go back to it. I do know from what I've seen online, and again, I know nothing and haven't really looked that much into it, but a lot of people are saying you have to watch the stage play to understand everything about the final episode. And I don't know if it's them being like, oh yeah, I know more than you or whatever, just being pricks and lying online. But they said that like if you watch or you read the explanation of the stage play and everything that it goes through, it'll make, I don't know if it's the whole final season, but the finale episode, it'll all make sense and you'll get a bigger idea of where we're going.
Okay, see, here's my thing. Since when has a fucking stage play ever dictated the progression of movies? It's always off.
It's a weird thing to do, especially because you can only see it in London or New York.
Well, and
it's not a touring stage play.
They're saying that it will be eventually because
I know
it left
like,
London where it was there for a year.
I mean,
it took
but
3 to get a
just
year.
Just like the fucking wait between seasons 4 and 5. Jesus Christ! I mean, if you were gonna make it relevant, why didn't we get the stage play in between seasons 4 and 5? Like, why didn't you make it a touring stage play so people could go see it? Hey, if you want to fully grasp what's going on in 5, go see the stage play. Like, I agree with you. You shouldn't do that anyway.
Well, no,
but
because
if you're going to do it, at least make it fucking available.
Stage plays are written after the screenplay has been made. Right. And then you have to make dialogue inline changes because it just doesn't work on TV the same as it does a stage.
Right.
So, like, you're going to change some pretty crucial things because there's no way to get that across in the amount of time you're given for a fucking stage play.
Yeah, and
my other thing is
they did a making of documentary on Netflix, but it's not the play. Well, if you were going to do that, why didn't you just do the documentary and then film the play like they did Hamilton and throw it on the fucking Netflix?
That's what you brought up. What I was gonna say is I was gonna be like, if you're going to make a stage play, actual lore that you have to pay attention to and have to see. Yeah. It should be recorded and record every night like we did at McHale. Pick the best night. That's the one that goes up on Netflix. Do what comedians do and chop up. Oh, these were the best scenes on this night, and then make the perfect cut. Like whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's what they did.
Here's my thing. They need to just quit with the mixed media storytelling, this cartoon works with this movie and it follows this book. And then, like, this comic book is part of it as well. Fuck that. They're all separate universes if they're printed in separate media. Like, TV shows are just the TV shows, and they don't interlink with... you get away with movies.
Or do a continuation. Like, if you're not going to make movies anymore and you're going to switch to cartoons, like, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But don't give me 2 seasons of live action and then go, hey, we can't do another live action for 4 years, so we're gonna slide in this cartoon to keep you guys busy, and then we're gonna go back to live action. No, thank you. I don't want to watch the fucking cartoon.
No,
like at least if you end the show and you're like, if you want to continue this story, you need to watch it now on fucking in this cartoon form. You can either go, no, I'm not. Like you just ended the story for me. Yeah. I'm done. I'm not gonna watch the cartoon. But then they force people to be like, well, you have to watch this season of cartoons. Yeah. understand what's going on with the
That's
fucking
what's fucked with
rest of the
Star
show.
Wars.
It's
Star
like,
Wars
fuck
is
that.
fucked.
You are literally saying what I was about to bring up because it doesn't say which one of the. Oh, Ross. I don't know which one is which out of all the writers and directors and the big people for it. Because these were the people getting interviewed on like the red carpet and shit.
Bob Ross?
Yeah, Bob Ross.
Okay. Tiny.
He explained, and now not talking about specifically the same thing, but he said there's going to be connective tissue. This is about the spinoff. There's going to be connective tissue, but we're almost anthologizing it in a way. Ross explained to the side because we're not Star Wars, so we can't be like, oh, we're on this planet now. We're doing this now.
Right.
Which basically also still falls into the line of saying, hey, we're not Star Wars. We can't go, hey, they have comics and these books and the movies and this animated TV show and this live action TV show with this anime. Like, and it's all the same world. It's all connected. If you're saying you can't be like Star Wars and doing this, don't try to be like Star Wars or Marvel and do the other shit. Because you're not doing it right.
Now, with that being said, they did several different comic books, Stranger Things comic books. Now, none of them, they all have the same characters, but I don't think that they're
directly canon.
They're not. I don't think they're canon.
It's like dramatized versions of what happened in the show, giving a little more detail to specific.
Correct, or has nothing to do. It's just they're just like filler shit. And then the cartoon, the animated series, Tales from '85 or whatever. I think while it's canon, it's not a necessity to watch.
Right. Well, and I don't really plan on watching it.
I don't either. But to make the stage play relevant to watch is bullshit. Like, if you're gonna make a stage play, just make a stage play. Like, why do you have
a stage
to
play is a paraphrasing of something that's already happened?
Yeah, just why do you have to fucking make it to where we have to watch it? I just think that's horseshit. So,
go fucking make
the comics. Are what is called secondary canon, as in they expand the universe, but they're technically not a part of the main story because things that happen in the show directly contradict what happens in the comic book. So it's like
I'm fine with that.
Stories.
You're creating secondary stories using the IP that you have created yourself. Like that's what that is.
Yeah,
which I'm
like
fine with that, as long as you don't make it canon. But when you force me to have to understand the continuation of your story
it's the whole the Twilight Zone type shit.
Yes. Yeah.
So like Marvel's What If, Tales from like what are the
Tales from '85.
Yeah, Tales from '85.
Yeah. I think one of the comics is called like Stranger Things Tales from Hawkins High or some shit like that.
And
like, I mean, it's
that
just
kind of shit. If you're like openly saying this could have happened, it may have happened, it did happen. Who knows? Yeah,
right.
Give me the fucking
right. Or here's something that happened, but it has nothing to do with the main storyline.
Dude, I always used to love watching that show with Dean Cain, Fact or Fiction. Or is it Dean something else? Who was Superman?
Dean Cain.
Dean Cain, yeah. So it was Fact or Fiction, and they'd have this big, elaborate little mini episode and give you this whole horrific story or some alien shit or something. And then, it wasn't Dean Cain. It was a different guy. Can't remember what the fuck show he was in. But, no, at the end, it'd be like, did it happen or did it not? And you had to guess. And then it'd like commercial break, and when it come back, it'd tell you which stories were real and which one weren't.
Nice.
And it'd show like 3
That's kind of cool.
stories.
Yeah.
Dick Clark?
Fact or Fiction with Dick
Beyond
Clark?
Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Yeah.
That's when I type in just Fact or Fiction, that's what pops up.
I was thinking Dean Cain had some other weird mystery.
That I don't know.
shit.
Was it Unsolved Mysteries?
I don't know if he did that too.
That still
I used to watch that
necessarily
as
help,
well.
but-
but
I watched Unsolved
the
Mysteries.
old guy,
for sure.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, that's not Dean Cain. That
It's
is the guy from fucking Star
Right.
Trek.
Here
Star
it says-
Trek.
Riker,
yes.
right? Riker?
number 2.
Right there it says Dick Clark. I don't know if it's the same
Oh
Dick.
no, Dick Clark.
That's presented by.
That's Dick Clark Productions.
Oh, presented by, my bad.
Yeah,
I was kind of
He's not-
What's that
fascinated.
guy's name?
he's not the host. Yeah, I don't know what happened to your screen, but
The thing loosened. James
Okay.
Brolin is the host for the first
Yeah,
season.
Josh Brolin's dad.
Oh, really?
That's not who was in that picture.
No. James Brolin did the first season, and Jonathan Frakes did the subsequent season.
Okay. Jonathan Frakes played Riker in Star Trek The Next Generation.
I find it funny. Yes, it looks like it.
And
I need to
look at
fucking
James
fix
Brolin.
this. But
Does it say Riker?
I mean, it's that guy.
On Riker's Return. Yeah,
I was
Riker.
gonna say I just chose a picture, so.
Yeah, Riker in
How did this loosen?
yeah, in The Next Generation with Patrick Stewart.
I guess using a bunch, it will loosen eventually. I'm talking to myself. Sorry, I'm good at that.
That's all right. Try not to drop your screen.
I'm gonna try not to. Well, I tightened one of the bolts with the Allen wrench, and it's the one too tightened so it doesn't fall, but it was also connected to the
Other one?
other one. So yeah, it's all there we go. I'm gonna have to figure that out. That's weird. I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Anyways, we can continue on. I don't know where we were going with everything, so we got sidetracked.
I don't know. You distracted us with your monitor.
Yeah. It's your fault.
It will be my fault.
all your
We can
fault.
claim it that.
It's
I don't
alright.
care.
It's all right. We'll make it work. And then you can fix that after we're done. You don't have to spin it anymore if you don't want to.
Well, I mean, I would like to be able to do that. I mean, I will leave. I'll leave it. I'm gonna still try to attempt to use it for myself, but I gotta figure out why the fuck that just happened.
Okay, cool.
'Cause it's
Oh
acting like
my god.
it's acting like the hydraulic or the tension, whatever spring or whatever it is, where that's connecting that just gave out, and I'm like, this is less than 2 months old. There's no way it should fucking give out because I didn't buy an expensive one, but I didn't buy a cheap one either.
Right.
Anyways,
Probably got a screw. You just go.
yeah, that's what I was trying to get it with an Allen wrench, but everyone I did, it's like, oh yeah, this got it, and then it fucking fall again, and I'm like, that apparently wasn't it. But we also have 14 minutes minimum to get this to an hour, 13 minutes, so
Okay.
I'll deal with it. That was my point.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I gotta flip this screen now.
I
We're all
don't know
just
where
staring
else
at
we
this
are.
fucker.
I don't either.
The only animated show I could find for Stranger Things was Tales from '85.
When does that? Is it on now?
It says 2026 every time I Google or look anything up about it. I know you claim it's out already, and I'm not trying to say that like a dick, I guess, but
I thought it was out, but it very well could not be.
oh, let me see. I'm looking up the release date real quick. IMDb has it TV series 2026, but
He
that
wasn't
is-
Superman with Dean Cain.
Yeah, Superman was Dean Cain. Sorry.
No, Fracas was in it as well.
Oh, was it?
That's why I was relating it.
Okay.
Because, yeah, the Lois and Clark.
Oh, okay.
I think he was the fucking guy at.
Where's the
Was he Zod?
Was he smoking Zaw? Sorry, that's what it sounded like to me.
Hold on. I lost it.
Was he Zod? I didn't know if he was the bad guy in Superman. Lois and Clark.
Where the fuck did
The
it say?
Adventures of Lois and Clark. That's what it is.
Yeah.
With Dean Cain.
All I can get on IMDb is 2026, which I know that's not the like most reliable thing to be looking straight at, but spring 2026 debut.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't come out until the spring.
Yeah.
So, well, hopefully they do something.
Tim Lake, one episode.
He played one episode.
I love that.
Tim Lake, one
He
episode.
played in one episode.
Hey, I don't
You're
care.
like, that dude was in fucking Superman. With Dean Cain. One episode. 25 years ago.
It's amazing how you do that. Like how you're just
And
like,
that's how my brain works.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but sometimes it pulls out some good shit.
That is amazing.
hey, it's never
At least you remembered. At least you knew who he was. You also remembered that Josh Brolin's dad,
Oh, James Brolin?
was.
The first guy that I don't even remember being in the show, even though I know I watched episodes of it. I was probably like, who the fuck is this guy? And I looked him up back in the day in an encyclopedia or some shit.
Oh, that's that guy.
Yeah,
in an encyclopedia.
There was no internet IMDb
so
searching.
It would have been Thanos' dad.
Yeah.
Was the post of the first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So does that technically mean he should have been Alaris?
No,
Alaris
he was the father of the Goonies.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. No shit.
Not really. I don't think that was the same actor. But
No.
I don't know
James
what all
Brolin. That was the same.
James Brolin. I don't know what all James Brolin's been in.
He was in Goonies.
No, Josh Brolin.
Oh, Josh Brolin was in Goonies.
Yeah.
James Brolin. I don't remember what.
Even though Josh Brolin at some point has also gone by James Brolin.
I was gonna say he has, hasn't he?
Yeah, because I believe he's a junior, but he had a stage name kind of thing.
Ah, okay, all right.
Or vice versa.
Is that kind of like I had a trivia question a couple of weeks ago? Real names. Like I gave you the real name and you gave me the actor or the star that has that real name. Michael Douglas.
Did I misunderstand? Josh Brolin, you guys were saying Josh Brolin is his father, right?
James Brolin is Josh Brolin's father, right?
Or are they brothers? Are they cousin brother dad?
Yes, sorry, I misread that. James, I'm retarded. Oh. James Brolin is the father to Josh Brolin.
Yes. Yes, and James Brolin did the first season of...
Even though they both look about the same age in the last picture, like the most recent picture on the internet, they're like, James looks good, Josh, you're getting a little rough.
So, Michael Keaton's real name is Michael Douglas.
And that's why he
couldn't use Michael Douglas because there was already a Michael Douglas.
That's
so he changed his name.
Yeah, I just typed it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I meant of them looking both old as fuck and about the same age.
Yeah.
Not that they look the same age, but they look pretty close.
Wasn't his dad like in soap operas and shit?
I think so. He was mainly in soap operas.
Yeah.
Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, I was going to say Days of Our Lives.
I still left it on Images.
And these are the days of our lives.
My mom used to watch that.
So did my mom.
Taped it every day.
So did my mom. I think that's a fucking... When you have kids, there's like this switch in your brain that flicks. It's like, I gotta go watch this dumbass show.
Yep. On IMDb, the first things that he is known for is Traffic, Capricorn 1, Westworld, and the Amityville Horror.
Oh,
so he
shit.
was in the original Westworld and the original Amityville Horror.
I wonder if he was like the priest
the 1973.
or the people that moved in.
In Amityville? I bet he was the...
He played George Lutz.
Oh, so he was probably part of the family that moved in. Must have been the dad.
Right, yeah.
Because it would have put...
He's a realtor. He's the trash guy. He's just riding on the back of a dump truck. He plays the voice of Fly number 236.
He's a homeowner. He plays just a homeowner. I don't know if that's the homeowner, but...
he's the main homeowner.
He's probably like walks out of the house down the road and be like, oh, them people are going to die. And then walks back in.
He's just a random dude that walks out of the house.
Yeah, you just see him on the porch driving by in a car scene, like down in town. It's not even anywhere close to the fucking house.
Why would they even give that guy a name, though?
Yeah,
of course.
Who's that guy? I don't know. Homeowner.
Well, they gave him George Lutz or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean.
So, George Lutz was a homeowner who's best known as residing at the Dutch Colonial House, 112 Ocean Avenue in Amityville, Long Island, from a period of 28 days. During this time, Lutz claimed to have been victimized by paranormal phenomena.
So he was the dad.
Yeah.
He was the dad.
George's accounts, these events formed the basis of Jay Anson's book, The Amityville Horror.
Yeah, okay. So... He was the guy.
Yeah.
That got terrorized.
Ghosts filled my house with flies, man. I can't take it. And he just didn't know how to shut the fucking door. There's a fucking pit to hell in my basement. It's just his well.
Shut the fucking door.
Yeah. Shut the fucking windows. I can't reach him without a ladder.
I don't know why, but just off face and also
Oh shit!
it being horror, this same character was then later, the next recent time he was portrayed was by Ryan Reynolds in 2005 in the remake of the Amityville Horror.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, and I obviously don't know the movie or the character, but I cannot see those two people playing the same fucking character.
Well,
just based off looks and the other shit he's done.
There was nothing, like, there was no comedy in that remake with Ryan Reynolds either. That was
Yeah, but that was a
honestly
period of
surprises
time
me.
before Ryan Reynolds got, like, big.
Yeah.
I mean, Van Wilder, he probably only had, like, maybe 5 or 6 movies. What? Van Wilder, 2 guys, a girl, and a pizza place or whatever.
Which I also didn't know Van Wilder. I didn't find out till like last year, meaning 2025. But that is based on Bert Kreischer. That is the movie that
It's
is based on
on
the rights of his life that he sold off to when Rolling Stone wrote the article and all that shit when he first got his first bit of fame.
Yeah, it's based off the article that Rolling Stone wrote about him.
Yeah.
Wasn't he, like, the very first time you see Van Wilder, he just made an appearance in fucking American Pie, right? Wasn't he like a tertiary character that they talked to briefly in one of those
because
movies?
Van Wilder is a National Lampoon.
So it's
thing.
American Pie, isn't it?
No.
The Pie verse separate from National.
The Pie-verse? There is, like, I mean,
Yeah.
no, because
I was just seeing if there was any clip, which I do see one that might be, and I've never seen Van Wilder, but that is the first picture that pops up, which is, I guess you could say they remade his big pose, and I don't know the article either, so I don't know if that was in the Rolling Stone article or not, but
yeah,
it made me laugh. Sorry,
all I know,
random.
all I know is that it's like they basically only took
The
the
fact
fact that he
animal.
had been in college for 7 years. Like, that's basically the only similarities between Van Wilder and Bert Kreischer.
I mean, makes sense.
Like, I don't think it had.
Yeah, because Bert's parents he wasn't a trust fund kid.
No, he comes from money,
He
not
comes
trust
from
fund,
money, but not trust fund.
not
money.
trust fund, but yes.
But
Well, that would have been something because
And
his dad was fucking loaded.
he
in
didn't
the movie.
meet his wife in college. Like, he graduated and, like, he was doing stand-up comedy. He wasn't doing, like, none of the rest of the story.
He wasn't
has
even doing
anything to do.
stand-up long before he got on Travel Channel, right?
No, he was not. He was only in stand-up for a little while before he ended up on Travel Channel.
And that's where he got.
And
blew up.
Travel Channel's where he blew up, but then once Travel Channel stopped, he went back to stand-up.
I never watched any of his shit on Travel. I don't remember any. Yeah, I never remember seeing any of that shit.
I don't remember seeing any of it when it first came out. None of it at all. I didn't even know he had Travel Channel shows where he wrestled a bear and fucking shit like that.
Well, and that's what throws me off is like Travel Channel is willing to make those type of shows, but they never marketed them, so we know they were fucking on there. They probably never went under.
Right, exactly.
It's like, fuck.
Yeah, because, I mean, I would thought people would have watched that.
I finally fucking found it because I
love
couldn't
the
remember
Travel
what
Channel.
exactly it was that Bert's dad did that made him, I won't say stupid rich, but very wealthy. He was a high-end real estate attorney that dealt with high-stress cases and different kind of stuff like that. And specifically, he represented and it doesn't specify, it says for a period of time, he represented Scientology. Because they're from Clearwater, or they're from the Florida area around Clearwater, and that's where the headquarters is.
Yeah, I knew his dad was an attorney. His dad was an attorney.
Everything I kept seeing, one of the reasons it was hard for me to find it, and I was sitting here searching for a minute, is because they very much, anytime it is brought up, because they try to keep it hush-hush, because it is Scientology, he's like, we are not Scientologists, I'm not a Scientologist, I'm like any other contractor. they hired me, they paid me, I'm going to do who pays me. Like, as long as it's not anything, like, against morals, you pay me, I'm going to work for you.
Right. I mean, an attorney's an attorney.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, independent contractor.
I'm only assuming, but also I did see, like, small little things when I was Googling it. It got out at one point, whether it was the internet or actual people were making it a big, not big ordeal, but it was kind of getting buzzed negatively, and they did everything they could to be like, nope, not Scientologist.
Yeah.
Not those people.
Right.
Which obviously, it'd be very obvious with Bert. He could not be a Scientologist.
Yeah.
I don't know what their rules are.
The very simple one that Bert, like, and this is not me being like, oh, I know this guy, but just with all of the content and stuff he's put out there, you can very much tell his personality. One of their big things is if you are, I don't remember the exact word, but if you are considered excommunicado, and you don't even have to be a part of it. Like, if they're like, hey, you're I don't remember what the term is, but if you're not a part of us, you'll never be a part of us, you're just an asshole, like, you don't believe in any of this, you're considered whatever the term is, and then they're not allowed to speak to you, acknowledge your existence, anything. So, like, and these people are typically ones that stand outside of Scientology buildings trying to discourage people from going inside, and the Scientologists that work at those buildings that are like recruitment centers and shit like that, are not allowed to address these people and certain rules like that, and there's no way Bert could follow that, is the simple thing that I'm getting to, because it doesn't matter who people are, he just talks and addresses everyone, and when I say you can't address them, it's like they're fucking a ghost. It's as if they're invisible. They're not allowed to address them against rules.
Fucking weirdos.
There's a lot of dumb rules that I don't know all the exact details, but I know a lot of their dumb shit.
People buy into that shit.
Got me.
The minute your religion starts asking you to do too much shit, that's when you're like, wait a minute. Like, this ain't, wait a minute. You mean I gotta cover my face up all the time? The fuck if it's hot? I live in a desert.
What the fuck if it's hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean I gotta wear 14 pounds of fucking linen cloth all over my body?
At all times.
Yeah. That's just my undergarments.
I saw where, not that I want to get off on this tangent, because it's more of a comedy thing than it is a religious thing, but Gary Owen has a clip on his TikTok page that's two women, looks like a mother and a daughter, and they're dressed in the headdress and stuff. And
Good job.
yeah, and he says, he asks them if they have to wear that all the time, and she said, yeah, and he says something, and she goes, I can't disrobe for anybody. I can't show anybody my body until I get married, and then I show it to my husband, and he goes, whoa, wait a minute, so I don't even get to see what I'm working with?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm not saying I have to touch it, but I at least have to see what I'm working with.
Right.
Like, he goes off on this whole comedy thing that I thought was hysterical. And both of them were laughing, too. So it wasn't like they were offended by the joke or anything, but...
I don't know. Even as small as I've got to sing this fucking song with you, it means that's the only way to prove my devoutness. Well, this is... But you don't know what's inside my head. Like, you don't know what I believe or think.
Well, there's so many people that have done so much bad shit in the name of religion. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, but they go sing the best every Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean, just go look through history, and one of the biggest parts of history are the multiple holy Roman Crusades, where they went and, I won't say raped, but basically raped, murdered, and conquered everyone and everything in sight.
Not going to spoil Fallout for you at all, but speaking of that, because I want to get off.
Speaking of rape.
I loved Lucy's.
Rape?
I've loved Lucy's.
I'll quit saying it.
History lesson?
Yeah, history lesson on Kaiser versus Caesar.
Because, and I did
they show it in the show.
I will say that part, because they give it to you without just directly giving it. Like, just directly being like, hey, they call them this, this, this. They actually have
without spoiling any of it. But, yeah, she's just like, you sure it's Kaiser? Because isn't that German and you guys look more Roman? shouldn't it be Caesar? I was like, okay, that's funny.
Which technically, because Romans spoke Latin, and if you go back to the way Latin is supposed to actually be spoke, it would be Kaiser still.
Oh.
But we as people, even when we teach Latin, we still teach it as Caesar because it's what it's known as. It's what it's turned into. But in Latin, they used hard C's and soft B's. I don't know what the soft B means or sounds like, but I know Kaiser was the hard C. Jesus.
It's not B, it's B.
I'm trying to think of the soft B of like, I can't think of any like Roman names with a B in it.
Neither can I. But which we are pretty far into this, but Bob. I will say, as probably close to our closer with how this is going,
Bob.
The one thing for you, and me and you can talk about it because it's one of the things
Bob
I want to talk about. But one thing for you to think about while you're watching episode 3, they definitely gave us hints as to how ghouls work and how other creatures work. Other different, creatures. I don't want to spoil too much.
Creatures, so probably your death claws and stupid shit and your Yao Guais and
stuff like that.
All the stuff I'm vaguely remembering from cards. Your Mothmans,
There's no Mothman. That's all the way in Appalachia, and technically by lore, Mothman should have been dealt with 50 years after the bombs dropped, because that's when Fallout 76 happened.
Nah.
Which...
Whatever I can remember from Magic the Gathering card.
Oh, I don't...
That's the best.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that shit. So.
I was gonna say, you know nothing, even with the Magic cards.
It took me forever to know that they were calling them... I thought they were calling them... what do they call the little guy in the suit?
Pip Boy?
Yeah.
A Vault Boy?
It took me forever because I thought they were calling him a Pep Boy.
He looks like a pet boy.
Yeah, I was like...
At least you didn't think it was like little pimp boy.
I thought I was like Pep Boy.
I mean,
did they steal that off of the fucking garage people?
What's PIP stand for?
I don't know, actually. I mean,
Personal Intercommunicational Prototype.
Probably.
Oh, I
don't have a fucking clue.
I don't know. My browser just froze.
Well, get the Pep Boy to do it. Pip Boy. I'm going to call him Pep Boy from now on.
Cars like us, people love us.
I mean, call him the Pep Boy. It'll be... It's no different than you mispronouncing or missaying everything else.
I said Kaiser and Caesar correct.
You did.
So you can suck a fat one, eh? Dipshit Derek. In the immortal words of Dipshit Derek.
Yeah.
Also, when I typed that in to see if I could find just a little soundbite of it, it's suck my fat one.
Oh, sorry. Suck my fat one. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Pip Boy?
You got it close with the first word. Personal information processor.
Oh. I like mine better.
Do you think they designed the dude and then someone's like, he looks like a Pep Boy.
Oh,
and they're like, that's exactly yo, let's call the fucking thing
we can't use Pep, let's use Pip.
Yeah. Pip Cheerio.
Need a spotted tea. Are we ready to wrap this shit up?
Probably.
What are you Googling?
Porn.
Before I start the close and you interrupt it with another subject.
No.
Silence.
You're good.
Silence. Okay, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you guys listening. We got another subscriber today, so we have now officially gotten over the 70 hump, and we're at 71. Don't forget to watch the other videos on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to watch Conchu's Fist as Levi and Clay and Seth play Arc Raiders. So we got a lot of stuff going on. 2026, I'm hoping, is a fucking big year for us. We do have the Comic-Con that I'm sure we will all be a big giant part of. Coming to Logansport, officially announced, and our first guest will be Jake the Snake Roberts, which is a big one. There will be at least 1, 2, 3, 4 more announcements of celebrities, and then a couple other really cool things that we're bringing along. So that'll be fun to push and to have and to be a part of. So, yeah. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And this has been Pints and Pages.